Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Joy of ASMR Painting. If this is your first time with me, allow me to say hi, and if you are returning, thank you. So, today I thought we would do a nice summertime campfire, maybe with some marshmallows, and of course, a moon. So, first we're going to start with maybe some liquid white to try to help better blend the paints on the canvas here. And the liquid white helps blend the colors on the canvas a little bit better than if we were just to dry paint it. I've learned this technique from the great Bob Ross, and of course, he did his on a more realistic, lifelike canvas. And as for me, I'm doing this on a more virtual aspect. So we can kind of see how things transfer, and we kind of get to see the comparison with how paints move virtually and more or less a sense of realisticity. So let's start off, get our little mixing knife here, and I kind of want to start with where we're going to lay down the two. I'm going to have a blue top with a night skylight, and of course with the green grass, and eventually a nice burning fire that blends into the night sky. So let's just gotta make some decisions as always. I know I always say it, but that's what you gotta do. You really gotta make some big decisions in life and where you want to go. And sometimes you may not know where you're gonna go, where you're gonna start, but they say if you don't start, you'll never end. You'll always be stuck at the beginning. And for us, we like to at least have a sense of a start. So maybe a nice swoosh, maybe right through here. Alright, let's see, how much ground do we want to play with, and how much sky do we want to play with? Maybe we cut it right through the middle there. Right through the middle. Kind of finish it off right there. I think that's a nice little balance of the two. Okay. So I know we just kind of started, but I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. I'm just going to blend that in a little better there. I like this blending tool here. It's a nice little blending brush, but the only thing I do not like about it is that it definitely takes away from how it looks on the board. You can tell it's definitely a little bit more muted. And that's okay. You just gotta kind of work with what you got. Of course, for me, I probably should have done the back of the sky first to have better blended in with the grass, but it's all a trial and error aspect. So we're just going to take our blending knife again. We gotta try to pull out some paint right here. And maybe we'll put a nice little black right there. Kind of want to get a nice dark navy blue sky. And of course we can kind of lighten it up around the moon. Almost kind of Van Gogh-y. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. It's our world. We can create whatever we want. Some people might make fun of you for creating words, but you know what I say? You just gotta live outside the box a little bit, Can't always follow the norms of what's going on in your world. And that's how you get some creative people. The ones that are crazy are the ones that are a little bit more creative than most. Stay weird out there, y'all. Gotta stay a little bit weird. Keep people on edge and guessing what your next move's gonna be. So much that I don't know what my next move's gonna be. And that's kind of the joy of it. You never know where you're gonna go. But for us right now, I do know where I'm going. I'm gonna blend in this. You can kind of see how that blends in. And there's just something about that I like. I kind of like how that green's going right in there with the blues. It's kind of a nice hue. I used to do a lot of photography, and people told me that I looked professional. And I said, well, I don't even know what that means, professional. And I just do it, what I think is good and what I like. So, for me, I don't really feel like a professional painter. I don't really like that label. Professional painter. Professional this, professional that. I understand the concept of it though. If you're a professional, it's supposed to mean that you are proficient in what you're doing. But we're all just playing around. We might know a little bit better what we're wanting to do. But that's the creative aspect of it. You can do whatever you want and turn it into something. You don't necessarily have to be considered professional. As long as you have a sense of your creativity and what you like, you let the world around you justify how good you are, because you know you are good in your own aspect. But what I was also told when I did photography was, as long as you are selling your work for money, then that's considered professional. And I said, I don't know about that. You never know. Just because someone sells their work, making a living off it, you never know which kind of work you're gonna get. But nonetheless, here we are, kind of freely painting an idea and a concept here. What are we gonna need? We might need a nice white moon. So I wonder, where to take this cleaning rag? We can kind of rub it around, and we can kind of try to pick a nice spot. This rubbing rag will remove some of the paints. Take this liquid white, dip it in there, and we'll just kind of try to pick a spot right there. That moon looks a little big, but we can kind of try to work with it. Wonder if I can move the liquid white around a little bit more. Or maybe we can take our blending brush and better smooth out the edges to kind of give that sense of a hue. Yeah. Something I like about that. It's not the roundest moon that I was going for, but uh-oh, I had a boo-boo right here. Oh, there it is. Oops, there it is. Good thing about virtual painting, you can kind of go back and relapse in the previous decisions that you did make that you did not like. Okay, so now we can worry about the stars later. For right now, we're gonna finish out this grassy grassy knoll, if you will. We'll take some of this and we're gonna mix a little bit of brown, nice earth color. Mix a nice earth color with some nice green. You know, it is nighttime, so we're gonna need a little bit darker. Have some colors here. Maybe a little bit of black in there. Maybe just a little bit of black. A little bit of black right there, okay. And we can mix a little bit of brown in there. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit more. And let's throw a little bit more black in there. Yeah, kind of a mossy color, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll try to blend it in a little bit better there. I think as I get down to the corners, I might want to make it a little bit more darker. We're just going to pull it down. Swoosh motions. Nice little swooshes. And this is just going to be a background tone for the upper greens that I might put down on it. Just want to give it that nice contrast with what we got on top with what we're going to be doing right underneath it. And I wonder if we can kind of pull down the original color here. You know, sometimes with virtual painting, I often wish I could just do like a Microsoft where you can copy the color here and instantly have it to paint. But this is virtual painting. You can't just do that. You can't just copy and lay it down. That'd be cheating. And we're kind of already cheating with the virtual painting, but you know, that's okay. So we're just going to take some color here. We're going to blend that in later. Just going to lay it right on down. It doesn't really matter where you lay it down, because we're all going to blend it in eventually. I need to start filling in this gap right here. I'm just gonna blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. You can kind of see how the paint is thicker there, and you can kind of move it down. It just allows you to spread it out. Nice even spread. I say it's even, but it's not as even as it could be. And that's okay. You gotta work with what you got. There's a late Mac Miller who back in his early days had a song. I forget off the top what it was called, but in the song he says you gotta work with what you got. And well, we are doing just that. We're working with what we got. Right there at the bottom, and then we'll just try to get that bottom there. And we're just going to cover up that white space there, a nice white space. And we can try to get that in there a little bit. Nice. Okay. And we're just going to blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Okay, similar to previous painting I did with a cat and a pumpkin. You can try to take this brush to kind of give you that sense of grass. Kind of that sense of grass and that blending technique there. I really liked how that pumpkin and the cat turned out. If you guys get a chance to go see the pumpkin and the cat, please go view and kind of give me some ideas of things to paint. I know sometimes as a painter it's often hard to get out of the writer's block, if you will, to try to figure out what you're going to draw. And, I have to often look up ideas for myself to draw to kind of get my creative juices flowing and just kind of go from there. And sometimes it's a little stressful in life to figure out what you're going to do from day to day. But once you start, you can't stop. You can't give up on life and you can't give up on yourself. Okay. But right now, I kind of like what we got going here. Okay. Maybe, should we do this? Add a little bit of tone here. You'll understand why in a little bit once I get this. And maybe we'll stick it right here. You just gotta make some decisions. And once you kind of get an idea of what you're doing, you can better place what you're gonna do. So I'm just gonna lay down this yellow, nice little yellow mixed with the green. And the reason for this is to kind of give a hue of a fire. Because ultimately we're going to put a fire right here in the middle. And I just want a sense of light coming off of, maybe just a little sense of light. A little ambient light coming off into the grass. Maybe it pushes it out right through there. I'm still trying to learn the concept of taking a 2D background and trying to make it more three-dimensional. So, we'll kind of see what we got here. We can also take this blending brush and kind of blend it in. Nice soft blend. We'll soften the edges here. Nice soft blend right there. There we go. I like that. I like that right there. Okay. And we can try to blend in. Soften the edges into the sky. Nice soft brush right there. Soft. Okay. Well, looks like we gotta make some heavy decisions here. And maybe we'll take this brush. This is a smooth, short, flat brush. We can make it bigger, we can make it smaller, we can make it bigger, we can make it smaller. Well, for now, we're just gonna do a little medium maybe. Maybe right there, yeah. Okay. Here comes the hard part. I say it's hard. Well, we'll see what we get. So we're going to load the bristles up nice and thick, and hopefully our paints don't take away from the brown we got. As paints do cause you to mix color, but that's the joy of painting. Okay, so maybe we'll do maybe 3 logs. 1, 2, 3, and then a fire. Yeah, okay. So maybe we do one right, going that way, and maybe it stops right there. Yeah, okay. And then we can do the other side of it. Yeah, okay. And maybe another one. Maybe it's peeking out right through here. Maybe it's going right through here and blends in with that one. Yeah, okay. And then maybe the other one is cross-threaded right through there. And maybe it comes up this side right here. Kind of want to make a crisscrossing concept of logs Maybe like that. Maybe. Ooh, okay. Maybe it's a big log. Maybe a log right there. Maybe we change up the brushes here. Let's see what we got. This one. We might need... We're just gonna dab a nice glob paint on the blending brush, and this will help me flow a little bit better and cover a little bit more ground. There, that looks like a nice log. And we can just put one more right there. Yeah, okay. And like we said, this one's gonna crisscross a little bit. And well, the fire is gonna be on the back side of this one, so we don't need to showcase too much. As long as we got that going there. And of course we can mix it in with a little bit of detail later and just kind of go from there. But for now, this is what we got. And we just gotta try to blend in the edges right in there and kind of see what we got going on here. So I want to follow in this a little bit better here. I wonder, can I do this? Well, sometimes your logs may not turn out the way you want them to, and that's okay. That's okay. We just try to make it happen. Okay. And logs aren't perfect. They got some imperfections in there. No stick or log is the same. And no person, no human like yourself is the same. I know there's a lot of people out there that try to imitate other people, but why would you want to be like someone else? It's a little bit more better and more fun. Getting to be yourself. And of course, you might could compare this to what I'm doing is a Bob Ross concept, but ultimately, I'm being myself and what makes me happy. And I just like to paint. Okay, so got some nice steady logs there. I'm starting to like this a little bit. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I will say I do like Bob Ross's his quotes. Between the happy little clouds and just making some decisions. He always says you gotta make some big decisions here. I think he might have not known how much words and power he has behind that one about making decisions and how it jumps over to life. Gotta make some decisions in life. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to pick out our little cutting knife here. Reset our palette. And we're gonna do a nice flame. A little bit of yellow. Give you a nice burning flame here. Nice flame. Well, a nice orange flame, maybe. You like that? Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll take this brush here and just kind of see what we can get going. Okay. Campfires are a nice summer thing. They're even better in the wintertime. Okay, so we'll go. Ooh, a little something already there. The nice thing with fire, I think, there's no right or wrong way to make a fire. There's no right or wrong way to make a fire. Especially when painting. Because fires have their own personality. Fires have their own way of life. Fires just kind of do what they want, when they want, how they want. There's nobody there to tell them how a fire should be. I think fires might be the most freest thing out there, maybe. They kind of take on a life for themselves. Of course, with a little help of humans and, of course, human nature and Mother Nature. Fires can happen without humans. Of course, with lightning. I like a good fire. Okay. I really like the color scheme I got going on here. And of course, we should probably, I wonder, can I do this? Can I take this color, reset the canvas, lay that color down so I have it nice and thick right there? Here's what I'm going to want to do next is add some yellow in there. I think some yellow right in there. Some nice yellow swooshes. Nice yellow swoosh. I like a good summer night sky, and of course winter too. I'm a real big fan of sunsets. Sunsets and just the sky in general. It's always a beautiful thing out there. You never know what you're going to see from day to day. I think when it comes to painting, I like Van Gogh's Starry Night. I really like his Starry Night. Maybe it goes right up through there. Yeah. Right through there. Nice big plumes. Nice big plumes of fire. Okay. Now we can take our brush here, back with this. There we go. Now it's starting to blend a little bit better. It's all about layers and how you make it look. All about layers and of course the angles of the swoosh. Maybe we'll go right like there. Yeah, okay. Nice big fireball of color. And of course we can blend it in, it'll make it a little bit more heavier down here. A little bit more heavier at the bottom. Some nice blending. And we can kind of try to bring back some value there. There we go. Yeah. And we'll just take it right through there. Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like a good campfire. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of camping with my mom as a young boy. Of course, my dad too. We'll take our fan brush. I love this old fan brush. Gives you some nice strokes and blending in there. Nice blended strokes with some texture. There we go, yeah. I like this fan brush and how it just kind of pulls the colors and gives you that line effect. Really like that. And we can just try to bring it up, make some embers there. Maybe some nice embers there. There we go. Of course, it's looking a little muddy. Kind of want to make it a little bit more bright right through there. A little bit more color right through there. The cool thing about painting is being able to give your viewers a nice sense of the concepts and ideas. So what I mean by that is earlier when I laid down this nice yellowish paint to act as an ambient light of the fire, casting its light onto the grass, it kind of gives you that sense that there is a light there. That's what I like about painting. You kind of get to see what the painter was trying to convey to the viewers watching. Okay, I think that's a nice fire. Okay, so now we're going to, let's see, we'll take our knife. Yeah, okay. You might be thinking, why black? Well, we're gonna need a little white. A little white. We're gonna try to create a little bit of smoke on the top of here. Gray smoke. And we'll mix it in with some blue. A little bit of blue. Until we get a nice bluish gray color. Something you can kind of play with there. Yeah. Okay. We do a big plumes. We'll see how this looks. Maybe small ones. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Nice little smoke coming off the top there. I like that. Yeah. I think fire has to be the easiest thing I've ever painted. Truth be told, you guys have seen me paint my very first fire. So I think that might be something cool for y'all. Yeah. Kind of gives you the sense of smoke. I might have overkilled a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe we can kind of blend it in. We can try to soften some parts there. Soften the tones so they're not so harsh. Kind of blend it into the night sky. What I like about this concept is the smoke being the white against the blue. You can almost get that sense of light coming off the moon. And that's always kind of cool. Maybe we'll soften the fire a little bit, blend it and soften a little bit. Okay. We'll rest with that. Something that I thought about we might need to do. We don't need to do it, but well, maybe I take a little bit of that and we'll mix a little bit of white with a little bit of blue. Just a little bit more blue there. Maybe a little bit more kind of want to create maybe a little ambience coming off the moon there. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a nice little radiancy there. Almost kind of like that Van Gogh effect. Right around the moon there, right around. Not on the moon, but just around it. There we go. I like that. You can add a little bit more imperfections around that. Just enough to give us the sense of light moving right through there. And, you know, we can maybe try to soften it up around the edges here. Right through there, yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Nice softened tone there. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and see if we can get some stars here. Stars are stars are just wherever you want them to be. Let's see if I can dot it. Can I dot with this one? Nice little dots. Maybe this liner brush here will be better. A better dotter. Ooh. We don't want UFOs out there. No UFOs. But nice little dotted stars. Nice starry night. Ooh. You know, they get too big. They start to kind of leave your viewers with an unknown concept of what that could be. Is that a UFO? Is that a planet? What is that out there? Kind of like I said earlier, leaving your viewers with the unknown aspect of what it is you're making. Let their imagination run wild. Because they know your imagination is running wild. But here we are. Maybe one sneaks right through the smoke there. Maybe a few stars right through the smoke there. Of course, some stars like to bunch up a little bit right through there and make a nice little constellation. Of course, if you were to turn off all the lights on planet Earth, you would see that there's obviously a lot more stars in the sky than what we see. I live in a big city, and stars are almost hard to see at night. Yeah, okay. And well, maybe we'll put another. Oh, that's a big one. Big uh-oh. Yes? Okay. Forgive my son for he just jumped into my video there. You know, maybe I have my son on a video. Nice ASMR video. Let's see, hold on one second. Okay. Gotta shut the bedroom door there. Okay. Let's see here. I like what I've got so far. So let's see. What else should we do? You know what goes good with a nice fire? Some marshmallows. Maybe some nice marshmallows. Before we use that, just take this. Ooh. See that? I can make this brush big and small. Okay. Enough playing around. Let's make some decisions. Maybe we could put maybe a stick right through here. Maybe it goes right through there. Maybe a nice big stick. And maybe we'll do another big stick. Leading lines that lead to the fire. You know what goes good on the end of these sticks? If you're reading my mind, marshmallows. That's kind of where I'm going. Nice marshmallowy summer campfire. There, okay. I wonder. And maybe there's a nice stick coming off there. Similar to logs, sticks. There's no stick that's the same. I always tell my son when he's drawing, the more detail you make, the better. Sometimes you don't want to do overkill on your sticks. But it kind of gives that sense of reality that there's a little bit more happening. You can always turn a mediocre painting into something new. Just with a little bit of detail. Just with a little bit more detail than if you just kept it. See, there. It's already looking a little bit better. And all I did was add a little bit of detail there. Just a little bit of stuff there. Maybe a little darker shadows. Maybe a little dark shadows right through there. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. And well, maybe right through there. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to like that a little bit better. All about some detail. Just minor strokes too, nothing serious. It definitely takes and adds a little bit more to your painting. Maybe we'll take some black. I'll blend it just a little bit there. Maybe just a little bit right through there. Maybe we can... you wouldn't have no black just hanging out there. Maybe a nice little quiet black. Nice quiet black strokes there. I'll mix it in with a little bit of brown. Nice blend right there. Just a little something extra so those don't just look like some brown globs of paint there. Okay. Next we're gonna need some sweet marshmallows, right? We like marshmallows. Some people like to roast their marshmallows, other people like to eat them just how they are. That's okay. This is gonna be the fun part. How does a marshmallow look on a stick? How does a marshmallow look on a stick? Maybe we can take this blending brush to kind of help us along here. We can cover more ground with this brush. There. Looks like a nice big white fluffy marshmallow. There we go. There it is. Okay. Yeah. We'll just tuck it away right in there. Okay. What's funny about painting is, if you think about it, all you have is a white square on a brown stick. But honestly, if you think about it, just because the concept of what I made you believe, that's a stick and a marshmallow. But if you didn't know that, all you would see is a brown line and a white square. It's all about the aspects of painting that we create for our viewers to get a sense of what their reality is. And I like that idea. Maybe it's a nice rounder marshmallow. Whew, looks a little burnt. A little burn on the top. That's okay. Okay. Maybe it's the view. Nice little side view of this marshmallow here. Okay. And then we'll just go right over. There we go. There. That's a big marshmallow if I've ever seen one. Okay. Well, am I done? Do I like it? Maybe we'll close this gap here. Maybe we'll close that gap. Try to blend that in a little bit better. Now that is a big marshmallow. Okay. Maybe we'll close it in and take our fan brush and kind of tease the colors here. Tease the colors there. And you know, we could maybe try to blend in some orange to kind of give it that sense that the fire is touching the mellows there. There. That adds a little bit something different. Okay. Well, looks like this is the ending of this painting, so let's just go ahead and wrap it up. And as always, we like to sign our name, and we'll say C-U-Z-Z-I. Cuzzi. Well, I do thank you guys for coming out and watching another episode of The Joy of ASMR Painting. I've been doing really well with this, and I kind of like it. So if you guys are liking the paintings, the ASMR style, please drop a comment and let me know how it's going. Let me know if this is something you like to see more of, and let's just kind of go from there. This is all kind of a trial run just to see what's out there and see if you guys like what I'm doing. So please drop me a comment, subscribe, just to kind of give me that sense of value that I know what I'm doing is something you guys like. So that said, thank you for coming. and thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Joy of ASMR Painting. Thank you guys for coming out. Have a good night.